Tell us a lot of things. Like how you fight fire and how you outfox a fox and things like that.
Mayberry presented an idyllic view of small-town life, but beneath the surface of its charming facade, darker elements existed. The laughter and warmth that filled the screen often masked the complexities of human behavior. Howard McNair as Floyd the barber embodied the gentle spirit of the town, yet he had his moments of mischief that hinted at a different side of Mayberry. The character delivered some witty lines that sparked joy, but there were subtle hints that the barber had his share of secrets and less than pure intentions. As the show continued, the playful banter between Andy and Barney, played by Don Knotts, exposed a dynamic that suggested more than innocent fun. Their antics often skirted the edges of the law, showcasing a mischief that went unpunished. Knotts brought a nuanced portrayal of Barney Fife, who exhibited a blend of incompetence and dubious cleverness, revealing that even the most affable characters carried a spark of mischief. Both Griffith and Knotts, while beloved for their roles, navigated through scenarios that at times showcased a different, less pristine aspect of their characters, suggesting that, even in a picture-perfect town, complexity thrived just beneath the surface.
You know you've got to be the top Sunday maker in town.
Thanks.
Anything wrong, Ope? It looks like you're waiting for...
Health complications led to McNair's absence from the Andy Griffith Show during its third season. He suffered a massive stroke, which significantly impacted his ability to perform. This unexpected health crisis was a difficult time for both McNair and the show's cast and crew. The character of Floyd, played by McNair, was a beloved part of the series, and his absence was felt by fans and characters alike. After a year and a half, McNair made a heartfelt return to the show. The writers and producers recognized the challenges he faced due to his physical limitations, and made thoughtful adjustments to accommodate him. They crafted storylines that allowed Floyd to remain a vital part of the community while considering McNair's health needs. This thoughtful approach not only showcased the show's commitment to its actors, but also highlighted the importance of friendship and support within the show's narrative. McNair's return was celebrated, and it brought a renewed sense of joy to the series, reminding everyone of the resilience of both the actor and the character he portrayed.
Gonna feel important if there's no crook for him to catch.
Well, now that's a right thoughtful question.
I thought
Floyd was often seen sitting with his hands in his lap or holding a newspaper after his return, which added a unique touch to his character. This portrayal highlighted his laid-back personality and the small-town charm of Mayberry. George Lindsay played Goober, who was Gomer Pyle's cousin. Goober was a character that brought a lot of humor to the show. George Lindsay transitioned from Western roles to a comedic one, showcasing his versatility as an actor. His portrayal of Goober was marked by a goofy demeanor and a kind heart, making him a beloved character among fans. The dynamic between Goober and other characters, especially with Andy and Barney, created many memorable moments. Goober's antics often provided comic relief, and his interactions with the townsfolk reflected the close-knit community of Mayberry. The character's evolution throughout the series demonstrated how comedy could be woven into everyday life, making the show resonate with audiences. The blend of humor and heart in Goober's character contributed significantly to the show's enduring legacy. Before the show, Lindsay had roles in westerns like The Rifleman and Daniel Boone, but he wasn't suited for them. His performances in these roles did not resonate with audiences, as he struggled to fit into the rugged, tough characters typical of the genre. This led to a search for a more suitable role that would highlight his strengths. In 1962, Andy Griffith discovered Jim Nabors while he was performing in a nightclub act. Griffith saw something special in Nabors, who would go on to play the beloved character Gomer Pyle on the show. Nabors brought a unique charm and humor that perfectly complemented the show's tone. Additionally, Frances Bavay, who played Aunt Bee, offered valuable advice to Jim Nabors. She encouraged him to adapt his performance style for television, emphasizing the importance of connecting with the audience in a more intimate setting. This guidance helped shape Nabors' portrayal of Gomer Pyle, making him a memorable character in television history.
Say, is that a rip in your shirt?
Gomer Pyle emerged as a beloved character on The Andy Griffith Show, captivating audiences with his charming personality and comedic antics. His popularity soared, leading to the creation of the spin-off series Gomer Pyle, USMC, where viewers could enjoy more of his adventures. Jim Nabors, who portrayed Gomer, developed a close friendship with Frances Bivey, known for her role as Aunt Bee. The two often spent time together outside of filming, sharing a love for antiquing, which deepened their bond and showcased their shared interests. Meanwhile, Andy Griffith, who played the show's titular character, had an off-screen affair with Anita Corso, his on-screen girlfriend. This relationship added a layer of complexity to Griffith's life as he balanced his professional and personal commitments. The dynamics among the cast members contributed to the show's charm and enduring legacy, making it a cherished part of television history.
Whole thing, I crown thee Miss Mayberry.
Don Knotts had a notable affair with Lynn Paul, which played a significant role in his personal life. This relationship ultimately led to his divorce from his wife Catherine Metz in 1964. Knotts was known for his comedic talent on The Andy Griffith Show, but his off-screen life was marked by this tumultuous period. The affair not only affected his marriage, but also shaped his public image as he navigated the complexities of fame and personal relationships. On the other hand, Andy Griffith faced his own challenges in his marriage. He divorced his wife, Barbara, largely due to his relationships with several guest stars on the show, including Joanna Moore. Griffith's charm and charisma on screen often translated into real-life connections, which complicated his marriage. The dynamics of their relationships reflect the pressures of being in the spotlight and the impact it can have on personal lives. Both Knotts and Griffith experienced the intersection of their professional and personal worlds, leading to significant changes in their lives during the 1960s.
She's a bugging. Can you see it?
Well, the light in here isn't very good.
Oh. Well,
The show presents an idealized version of Mayberry, a small town where everyone knows each other, and life is simple and pleasant. This charming setting creates a sense of nostalgia and comfort for viewers, allowing them to escape from the complexities of real life. However, the reality for the actors was quite different. Behind the scenes, they faced the challenges of the entertainment industry, including long hours, and the pressure to maintain their characters' wholesome images. Despite the fictional nature of Mayberry, it became a true state of mind for many viewers. The values of friendship, community, and kindness portrayed in the show resonated deeply with audiences. People found solace in the idea that such a place could exist, even if only on television. The characters, especially Andy Taylor and Barney Fife, became symbols of integrity and humor, embodying the qualities that many aspired to in their own lives. As the series progressed, the contrast between the idyllic world of Mayberry and the realities of life became more apparent. Viewers continued to cherish the show for its warmth and humor, even as they recognized that the simplicity of Mayberry was a crafted illusion. The legacy of the Andy Griffith Show endures, reminding us of the power of storytelling to create a sense of belonging and hope, even in a world that can often feel chaotic and uncertain.
Oh, and what's this up here at the top? I can't quite make it out.
Oh, that's Da Fa Tong. It's a kind of a Chinese...
The Andy Griffith Show, a beloved television series from the 1960s, is often hailed as a classic, resonating with audiences for its charm and simplicity. Central to its enduring appeal are the delightful interactions among its main characters: Andy Taylor, the gentle sheriff, his son O.P., Aunt Bee, their loving but sometimes overbearing guardian, and a colorful cast of supporting characters that adds depth and humor to the narrative. Viewers are consistently entertained by the group's heartfelt adventures in the fictional town of Mayberry, a setting notable for its idyllic portrayal of small-town life. One of the series' greatest strengths lies in its ensemble of supporting characters, which adds a unique flavor to each episode. Many fans express their affection for quirky characters such as Ernest T. Bass, the rambunctious mountain man, and the musical Darling family, known for their wordless banter and catchy tunes. These characters often steal the spotlight with their humorous antics, providing a light-hearted counterbalance to the show's central plots. Others, like Floyd the Barber and Goober Pyle, evoke fond memories and laughter, elevating the show's narrative through their memorable one-liners and charming idiosyncrasies. However, opinions differ when it comes to certain later additions to the cast. Some viewers felt that characters like Goober, whose catchphrase and character traits eventually wore thin, and Howard, who was perceived as overly serious, diluted the show's early charm. Others specifically criticized the character of Helen Crump, claiming that her chemistry with Andy was lacking and made her a less engaging presence on screen. This contrast highlights the challenge of maintaining a dynamic ensemble as the series progressed into its later seasons. Despite these critiques, Many fans maintain that the later episodes still deliver enjoyable content, even if they do not quite match the brilliance of the show's early years. The series managed to retain its sentimentality and warmth, often reinforcing universal themes of family, community, and friendship. For example, episodes like The Pickle Story, where Aunt Bee's pickle-making aspirations culminate in comedic chaos, reflect the show's ability to blend light-hearted humor with relatable life lessons, showcasing the nuances of personal ambition and rivalry while retaining its wholesome foundation. Another notable element is the show's portrayal of traditional family dynamics and community values. Many viewers commend the series for its use of gentle humor and heartwarming storytelling, which invites audiences to reflect on their own lives and relationships. The gentle wisdom imparted through Andy's interactions with OP and Aunt Bee resonates deeply, establishing a model of parenting and community that feels timeless. The show's depiction of law enforcement is also unique. Andy serves not merely as an authority figure, but as a moral compass, emphasizing understanding and kindness over strict enforcement of the law. In retrospect, while there are divergent opinions regarding certain characters and later seasons, The Andy Griffith Show remains an influential piece of television history. It encapsulates a specific era with its warm narratives and relatable situations, engaging audiences of varying ages. Fans treasure the series' ability to evoke nostalgia, offering a comforting depiction of life filled with charming characters and familiar values, which allows it to stand the test of time. For many, the memories associated with the show are fond and everlasting, and despite its imperfections, the series continues to hold a special place in the hearts of those who grew up with it or discovered it anew.
Easy while I make it. Just let your mind go blank. Don't even think of anything. Hello, Sarah. This is Barney Fife.
As we wrap up our journey through Mayberry, a town filled with warmth, laughter, and unforgettable characters, there is more to uncover beyond the final credits. Have you ever wondered what happened to the talented cast members once the show ended? While Andy Griffith continued to charm audiences with his many roles, others ventured down unexpected paths. Some became legends in their own right, while others faced ups and downs that surprised even their closest fans. Did you know that Ron Howard, who played Little O.P., transformed into one of Hollywood's most acclaimed directors? And what of Don Knotts, whose comedic genius won hearts but hid his own personal struggles? Join us as we explore not just the legacies they left behind, but the fascinating stories and transformations that shaped their lives after Mayberry faded from the screen. What secrets did they carry, and how did their iconic roles influence their futures? Stay tuned for a deeper dive into their remarkable journeys.
You know, Sal, I really felt bad about not writing to you all that time, but...
Don Knotts brought Barney Fife to life in The Andy Griffith Show, portraying a bumbling but well-meaning deputy. Fife's character was defined by his unwavering dedication to law enforcement despite his constant blunders and insecurities. Knotts infused humor and vulnerability into Fife, making him both a figure of laughter and sympathy. This role earned Knotts multiple Emmy Awards and solidified his status as a comedic icon. After the show ended in 1968, Knotts faced personal and professional challenges. He struggled with typecasting, often being seen only as Fife, which limited roles in films and television. His marriage to Catherine Metz ended in divorce, exposing him to the public scrutiny of his personal life. Knotts also battled depression, stemming from a tumultuous childhood marked by his father's struggles with mental health and his own feelings of inadequacy. Despite hardships, Knotts enjoyed a successful film career, starring in comedies such as The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, and enjoyed guest roles on various shows. He found new life in voice acting and continued to perform until his later years. Knotts passed away in 2006, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and warmth. His final days were spent facing health issues, but his contribution to entertainment remains indelible.
Yeah, well, bye.
Jack Dotson portrayed Howard Sprague, the timid yet thoughtful county clerk, in the 1960 TV series The Andy Griffith Show. Howard was notable for his struggles with self-confidence and romantic pursuits, offering a unique blend of humor and pathos that resonated with audiences. Dodson's character often found himself entangled in awkward situations, reflecting his own life's complexities. After the show ended in 1968, Dodson's career continued with various guest roles in television, including appearances in iconic series like The Odd Couple and The Partridge Family. However, his personal life hinted at deeper shadows. He faced several challenges, including a battle with alcoholism that led to strained relationships and instability. Notable incidents included his divorce in the 1980s, which fueled rumors about the toll of fame on his mental health. In his later years, Dotson became somewhat of a recluse, avoiding the spotlight that once embraced him. Frequent health issues plagued his later life, leading to a quieter existence. The final years of his life were marked by a profound sense of loss, as he outlived many of his contemporaries. The last known information indicates that he passed away in 1994, leaving behind a legacy intertwined with both triumph and difficulty.
We're not prepared for lady customers here.
Then you're letting me go?
Well, no.
Hope Summers portrayed Clara Edwards in the 1960 television series The Andy Griffith Show, a character known for her fiery spirit and strong opinions. Clara was often the voice of reason in her community, providing a sense of stability amidst the lighter comedic chaos of the show. Summers brought depth to Clara, allowing viewers to see her not just as a supporting character, but as a woman with her own stories and struggles. After her role on the show, Summers faced a challenging career landscape. Typecast in supporting roles, her acting projects became less frequent. She experienced several personal hardships, including battles with addiction, which clouded her later years. In the late 1970s, she was involved in a well-publicized public dispute over royalties, highlighting the often ruthless nature of the entertainment industry. Summers also faced financial difficulties that led her to work odd jobs to make ends meet. In her final years, she shunned public life, preferring solitude over the pressures of fame. The last known records trace Summers living in a small apartment in California, where she found solace in painting and writing, far removed from the limelight. However, details beyond that remain scarce, leaving a dark shroud over her later life.
You want to call the station? Tell them to send a wagon over?
Right.
George Lindsay portrayed Goober Pyle on The Andy Griffith Show, a character known for his goofy, kind-hearted nature and distinctive laugh. Introduced in the series' 5th season, Goober quickly became a beloved figure. Lindsay brought a unique blend of innocence and warmth to the role, subtly layering Goober with vulnerability beneath his comical exterior. The character, a gas station attendant and cousin to Gomer Pyle, resonated with audiences, embodying small-town charm while grappling with his own insecurities. After the show ended, Lindsay struggled to find roles that matched the depth of Goober. He often faced typecasting in comedic roles, but he remained active in television and film, participating in various guest spots and voice work. However, personal hardships weighed heavily on him. Lindsay battled depression and loneliness after the show's cancellation. He faced a heartbreaking divorce, which led to rumors about his lifestyle choices. Later, he became an advocate for cystic fibrosis awareness, partly due to his family experiences. In his final years, Lindsay's health declined due to various ailments. He passed away in 2012, leaving a legacy imbued with both laughter and hidden sorrow, remembered for his genuine spirit and resilience amid personal struggles.
Where then?
To Elm Street 4.
Howard McNear, known for his portrayal of Floyd Lawson, the town barber in The Andy Griffith Show, brought a unique charm and depth to this beloved character. With his gentle demeanor and quick wit, Floyd became a mirror of the show's heart, often caught in the comical yet poignant dilemmas of small-town life. McNear's performance was celebrated, but behind the scenes, his life was marked by considerable struggle. He faced personal battles, including severe health issues, which eventually led to a stroke in 1963. This stroke forced him to modify his performance style, yet he continued to work, showcasing his dedication despite his hardships. After The Andy Griffith Show ended in 1968, McNear's career was noteworthy but less prominent. He appeared in episodes of other series, but his health continued to decline. His struggles extended beyond health. He dealt with the pressures of Hollywood and personal challenges, including a fading career and the emotional toll of his health issues. He also dealt with the stigma of a changing television landscape that no longer prioritized character-driven narratives. McNear passed away in 1969, a year after his last television appearance, leaving behind a legacy marked by both his talents and a life that reflected the fragility of existence. His story serves as a somber reminder of how the brightness of on-screen characters can often contrast sharply with the complexities of their human counterparts. The last known information reflects on his timeless impact as a cherished figure in classic television, celebrated yet shrouded in the shadows of his personal battles.
Relax.
Andy, I'm a man with police adrenaline. Call it what you will, but the inner man is ever ready, and there's nothing I can do.
Denver Pyle's portrayal of Briscoe Darling in the Andy Griffith Show left a lasting impact on audiences. As the head of the musically inclined Darling family, Pyle brought a unique blend of charm and quirkiness to the role, embodying a rustic simplicity that resonated deeply with viewers. The character's eccentricity was often underscored by a mysterious edge, hinting at deeper, uncharted emotions. Beyond this iconic role, Pyle's career spanned several decades. He had recurring roles in popular series like The Dukes of Hazzard, and appeared in various films. However, his life was not without turmoil. He faced significant personal challenges, including battles with depression and long-standing health issues. After the height of his fame, Pyle became increasingly reclusive, distancing himself from Hollywood's relentless scrutiny. In his later years, Pyle grappled with the looming specter of age and mortality while battling cancer. He passed away in 1997, leaving behind a legacy steeped in complexity and a bittersweet sense of nostalgia. His last days were marked by quiet reflection, far from the vibrant character of Briscoe Darling that had captivated America.
Oh, excuse me. This is Henry Wheeler. He's been helping us around the place. Mr. Wheeler, it's George Brett.
Andy Griffith's portrayal of Andy Taylor in The Andy Griffith Show was marked by a sincere, warm yet complex character who navigated the challenges of small-town law enforcement with a gentle hand. Griffith's performance brought depth to the role, making Andy a father figure and a wise counselor. However, behind the scenes, Griffith faced personal struggles that shadowed his public persona. Despite his success on the show, his career was not without turbulence. He encountered a form of typecasting, which limited his opportunities in more serious roles. Following the show's end in 1968, Griffith battled alcoholism, a heavy burden that shaped his life for years. His relationship with family was also strained, leading to 2 divorces that added to his solitude. In his later years, Griffith found renewed purpose in acting, embracing roles that reflected his life's darkness, such as in the series Matlock, where he depicted a savvy defense attorney. Griffith passed away in 2012, leaving behind a complicated legacy marked by both triumphs and tribulations. His story serves as a reminder of the struggles that can linger beneath a seemingly idyllic surface. There have been no significant updates on his life since his passing, further shrouding his true experiences in mystery.
What's your name, please, sir?
Crawford. Tracy Crawford.
Crawford. All right, Mr. Crawford, I'll just make a little phone.
Eleanor Donahue portrayed Ellie Walker in the 1960 series The Andy Griffith Show, bringing warmth and charm to the role of the town's druggist. Her character was one of the first love interests for the show's iconic protagonist, Andy Taylor. While her performance was well received, her tenure on the show was brief, leading to speculation about the reasons behind her departure. After leaving The Andy Griffith Show, Donahue faced the reality of an industry focused on youth. She took on various guest roles, including notable parts on shows like The Courtship of Eddie's Father. However, her life was not without its shadows. Eleanor encountered personal hardships, including a difficult marriage to actor and director, who struggled with alcoholism. The strain of balancing her career and family life weighed heavily on her. She also faced health issues that limited her acting opportunities. Despite these challenges, she persevered, eventually finding steady work in voiceover roles, and as a guest star in various TV series. In recent years, Donahue has maintained a low profile, focusing on her family and occasional interviews. The latest known information suggests she is living quietly, embracing a peaceful life away from the spotlight.
Sarah, will you get me Mrs. Pendleton? She's over at B. Taylor's this week.
Jim Nabors brought Gomer Pyle to life in The Andy Griffith Show, a character that resonated with charm and innocence. Gomer, with his distinct voice and simple-hearted nature, quickly became a fan favorite, leading to his own spin-off series. Nabors' portrayal highlighted the vulnerabilities and quirks of small-town life, making Gomer an emblem of pure, albeit naive, goodness. After the show ended, Nabors faced challenges that transformed his public persona. He grappled with the pressures of fame, including struggles with self-identity and the expectations placed upon him. A significant event was his decision to come out publicly in the late 1970s, putting him at the forefront of conversations about LGBTQ representation in Hollywood. Despite this personal revelation, Nabors maintained a successful career, performing in musical theater and television. In the later years of his life, Nabors experienced health issues, including a liver transplant in 1994, which he openly discussed. he largely withdrew from the public eye, making rare appearances. The latest reports indicate that he passed away on November 30, 2017, at the age of 87, leaving behind a legacy marked by unwavering kindness and a complex personal journey.
Wade right in there.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Billy.
Hey, Billy. Yeah.
Parley Bear portrayed Mayor Roy Stoner in The Andy Griffith Show, bringing a blend of authority and charm to his role as the comedic leader of the fictional town of Mayberry. Bear's portrayal emphasized the naive, yet benevolent nature of the mayor, often caught in humorous predicaments alongside the townsfolk. After the show ended, Bear continued his career in television, appearing in various series and voice acting, yet he faced personal hardships that cast a shadow over his achievements. In the 1970s, he encountered financial difficulties, leading to an increasingly tumultuous life marked by struggles in both professional and personal realms. Bear's marriages also faced challenges, with his second marriage ending in divorce, revealing a pattern of relationship difficulties. Despite these issues, he remained dedicated to his craft until his health declined in the 1990s. Parley Bear passed away in 2002, leaving behind a legacy marked by both laughter and a life that teetered on the brink of personal and professional darkness.
Bird getting anything? No, I checked with him a while ago.
Alan Melvin's role as Clarence Doc Mulloy in The Andy Griffith Show marked a notable chapter in his career, showcasing his talent for blending humor with depth. As Doc Mulloy, Melvin embodied the character of a friendly and reliable town doctor, often caught in comedic situations that highlighted the show's charm. His portrayal was well received, providing a sense of warmth and compassion that resonated with audiences in the early 1960s. After the show ended, Melvin's career continued with various roles in television, yet he never regained the same level of prominence. He appeared in series like The Brady Bunch and The Dick Van Dyke Show, often lending his voice to characters in animated series, most famously as the voice of Magilla Gorilla. Melvin's life was not without challenges. He faced personal hardships, including a battle with anxiety that occasionally affected his career. In the 1980s, Alan Melvin was involved in a publicized scandal regarding alleged financial troubles. Despite these setbacks, he maintained a low profile, often retreating from the spotlight. He passed away in 2018, leaving behind a legacy of versatile performances in both live-action and animated roles. Last known information reveals that he is remembered fondly by fans and colleagues alike for his contributions to television.
Better day for a picnic. Yes, sir. Helen's made an apple crumb.
Howard Morris brought to life the character of Ernest T. Bass on The Andy Griffith Show, becoming an iconic figure in television history. His portrayal of the mischievous, unpredictable, and quirky mountain man resonated with audiences, showcasing a blend of humor and eccentricity. Known for his wild antics and memorable catchphrases, Ernest T. Bass became a recurring source of comic relief, leaving a lasting impression on fans. Beyond the show, Morris had a diverse career spanning several decades. He was involved in voice acting, directing, and producing. However, his life took a darker turn after the show ended. Personal hardships plagued him, including struggles with depression. During the 1970s, he faced significant financial difficulties when opportunities dwindled, which led to a strained personal life. In the late 1980s, Morris attempted to stage a comeback, but he remained largely out of the public eye. Despite his earlier fame, he dealt with feelings of obscurity and grappling with his legacy as the eccentric Ernest T. Bass. As of the last records, Morris passed away in 2018, leaving behind a complex legacy defined by both comedic brilliance and personal trials.
See.
Hal Smith's portrayal of Otis Campbell in The Andy Griffith Show introduced audiences to a hapless yet lovable character whose antics often provided comic relief. Otis, the town drunk, was known for his cheerful demeanor and surreal resilience, presenting layers of complexity behind the humor. Despite his affable nature, the character also highlighted serious themes of alcoholism and societal judgment. After the show ended, Hal Smith faced a turbulent path. His career continued with various voice roles, most notably in animated series like The Adventures of Batman and Winnie the Pooh. However, behind the scenes, he struggled with personal issues, including financial instability and feelings of being typecast. Smith also faced the tragedy of losing his two children, which deeply affected him, contributing to a later reclusive lifestyle. In his later years, Hal Smith lived in relative obscurity, battling health issues. Despite his previous fame, he chose to step away from the limelight. The last known information about him reveals he passed away in 2008, leaving behind a complicated legacy marked by both joy and sorrow in his personal life.
They sure got some great places out there, though. Say, here's another nice...
Ron Howard portrayed O.P. Taylor in the 1960s series, The Andy Griffith Show, a role that showcased his charm as the inquisitive and innocent child of the widowed sheriff, Andy Taylor. O.P.'s adventures often revealed deeper themes of loss and familial love. This role catapulted Howard into stardom at a young age, earning him recognition as a talented child actor. However, his journey was not always easy. After the show ended, he faced a challenging transition to adult roles. Initially typecast, Howard struggled to prove his range, and often felt overshadowed by his early fame. The pressure of Hollywood could be stifling, causing him to distance himself from the industry. He later found success as a director and producer, known for films like Apollo 13 and A Beautiful Mind, but not without personal adversity, including a painful divorce in 1987 and health issues within his family. Recently, Howard remains active in the industry, continuing to direct and produce while engaging with his family. Reports reveal he is focused on nurturing his children's careers in the entertainment field and has not shied away from discussing the darker sides of fame and personal loss. He has become an advocate for mental health awareness, sharing experiences that reflect his own struggles.
Hey, Bert. Say your feet been bothering you?
Oh, yeah, my feet been giving me...
Frances Bavay embodied Aunt B. Taylor on The Andy Griffith Show, offering warmth and wisdom to the show's storylines. Her character was the nurturing figure known for her home-cooked meals and motherly advice, particularly to Andy and O.P. Bavay brought depth to Aunt B, showcasing vulnerability beneath her cheerful exterior. Despite this, her off-screen life was marked by significant tensions. Bavay struggled with being typecast, feeling confined to the role that defined her career. She faced hardships, including the loss of her only sibling and the pressure of fame that clouded her personal life. After The Andy Griffith Show, Bavay's career saw a decline. She appeared in a few guest roles, but largely withdrew from public life. Her later years were spent in her home in Monrovia, California, where she lived reclusively. Bavay battled health issues, including diabetes, which further isolated her. In 1989, she passed away at the age of 86. In the years following her death, questions lingered about her struggles with loneliness and the burden of being remembered solely for her most famous role. Bavay's life remains a poignant reminder of the shadows many stars face amidst the glare of fame.
To be proud of his son than I have, with all them A's you got. Well,
Richard Keith portrayed Johnny Paul Jason in The Andy Griffith Show, a role that marked his entrance into the entertainment industry at a young age. Johnny was a charming, mischievous character whose escapades added humor to the series. However, after this early success, Keith's life took a darker turn. Post-Andy Griffith, Richard faced numerous challenges in his career and personal life. He struggled to escape the typecasting that often follows child actors. This struggle led him to take on several minor roles in television and film throughout the 1960s, but none achieved notable success. In the 1970s, Keith's life derailed. He faced personal hardships, including battles with substance abuse, which severely affected both his career and well-being. Scandals surfaced as he grappled with the pressures of fame and a turbulent lifestyle. By the 1980s, Keith faded from the public eye, shifting focus away from acting to find stability in his personal life. As of the latest information available, Richard Keith's whereabouts remain mostly undisclosed, leaving a shroud of mystery surrounding his current life.
Do it.
Well, I was thinking about what you said.
What?
And if you're selling something, you should tell people.
Betty Lynn's portrayal of Thelma Lou in The Andy Griffith Show cemented her as a beloved figure in television history. As Barney Fife's girlfriend, Thelma Lou was a character filled with sweetness and a touch of independence. Her dynamic with Barney added warmth to the show, yet Lynn's real life was far more shadowed. After the show wrapped in 1968, Lynn faced the challenge of being typecast. She struggled to find significant roles, leading to a long hiatus from acting. Outside the spotlight, Lynn experienced personal hardships. She lost her father at a young age and later faced the grief of losing her mother. In the late 1970s, she moved to Los Angeles, where she grappled with loneliness in a city that had moved on. While she maintained a quiet existence, she never fully escaped the weight of her fame and its aftermath. As of late, Betty Lynn had been living in a retirement community in California, often reminiscing about her time on the Andy Griffith Show with fondness. Despite the shadows of her past, she continued to be cherished by fans seeking to understand the enigmatic life behind the cheerful character she once played on screen. As we wrap up our look at the Andy Griffith Show, we hope it brings back warm memories from your childhood. This show was more than just a series. It shaped a generation with its humor, small-town charm, and heartwarming lessons. From the lovable Andy Taylor, played by Andy Griffith, to the wisecracking Deputy Barney Fife, portrayed by Don Knotts, the cast created characters that felt like family. You might remember the heartwarming episodes where Andy dealt with real-life challenges, from raising his son Opie to managing quirky townsfolk. These stories often reflected the trials of everyday life, making viewers feel understood and less alone. We'd love to hear your memories of the show. Did you watch it with your family? What moments stood out to you? Please share your stories in the comments below. Your experiences are part of what makes the legacy of the Andy Griffith Show so special.
Hey, B. Hey,
Andy,
B.
did you wipe your feet? I just got finished doing these floors and I don't want them all trapped.